So, hi guys, this is Ali. So, today we are going to start with authentication and authorization in our ASP.NET MVC core. Okay, so let's start the things. So, as we know that authentication and authorization is one of the important concept for developing any web application. So, here we are going to use to implement authentication and authorization. We are going to use Microsoft Identity Framework. So it is a framework which will have predefined libraries like this particular framework which provide like predefined classes to us through which we can implement authentication and authorization. Okay. It also provides like registration and as well as like for login purpose predefined methods which we can use it and we can implement form-based authentication. Okay. So we say like it is used to implement form authentication. It is a framework which we need to add as a dependency in our application. And it allows us to add a feature where user can register and log in using local password. And it also support for two-factor authentication. So all these things is supported by this framework. So like how we have an entity framework, we have an identity framework, which will help us to perform all the operations related to authentication and authorization. Okay. So now our first job is like we need to subscribe this channel and we need to like this channel because we are going to learn definitely a very important topic. Okay. So let's start the things. Let me open Visual Studio here and I'm going to create a new project. Okay. So the project which I'm going to create it here. Yeah. So now you can see this, we have like ASP.NET Core Web App project, which we going to use it. So just select this, go for next. And let's give this project name as authentication task. Okay. That's what you're going to take it. Now go for next and just try to create by using a .NET 5 framework, .NET 5 framework, we will create our project here. Okay. So let's wait for a while until it will create a project for us. Now it's created a project for us. Now here we can, first thing we need to implement form authentication, right? By using identity framework. So for that purpose, we need to uh, install entity framework because we want to perform like saving our credential in the database by using the entity framework will do it. Okay. So right click on this particular authentication task, go for manage naked package, or you can even click on dependencies and you can go for it. Okay, any one of it. Now go for browse. In that, I would like to install first SQL Server, Microsoft Entity Framework Core SQL Server. I want to install it. So this is what I'm going to install, and I'm going to choose 5.007. That's what I'm going to select it here. Go for installation of that. Okay. Now after installing that one, okay, the other things which we need to install. Okay. So another thing which we need to install is tools for code first migration. So this is working for us in the framework SQL Server. It's prompting for us. Go for accept this, and this is going to be installed for us. Now let's come back here and choose another tools. Okay, let's have tools here and just choose the tools here and click on 5.007 and we will go for installation. Go for click OK, go for accept. Now it's installed successfully for us. This is also successfully installed. Both the things, Entity Framework Core tools and SQL Server, both the things are installed successfully for us. Okay. Now after that, we just need to go to our solution and we need to add one folder. That folder, which name I'm going to give it as a model. Okay. This is a models which I'm going to create it. And in this, I'm going to create one simple author DB context class. I will create it. Okay. So just create author DB context class. Okay. So one simple C# class we have created, and we are going to use this DB context class for our username, your email ID, password. So for credential purpose, like storing all that information in entity framework. So we use this auth DB context. So to make any context class, we used to use DB context, right? But here we are not going to use DB context because we are implementing also authentication. So we'll use identity DB context. That you need to do it. Just say like control dot. So it will ask you like if you want to use this identity DB context. So you need to install another framework, another dependency. So that dependency we will try to add it. Now, if you see this, it is saying that ASP.NET Core Entity Framework you can install through the package manager. In that package manager, I will choose this first identity.entity framework core. I will go for like 5.07 again. All the versions I have selected as a 5.07 only. And I can go for install. I can click OK. I can go for accept. Now, after doing all these things, you can just add to that context class the namespace Microsoft.entity framework. Okay. That you can take it. Okay. So let's cool. Now you can see this identity DB context you have taken, right? So that's what you have taken. So we will do one more thing. Now we are getting error here, right? We'll come here down. Lot of suggestions. That's good. But we are looking for entity framework core namespace. That's it. Now CTUR constructor. In that constructor, you're going to add here DB context options. You're going to choose it. And this is present in where this DB context options is present. So we are going to choose this one, right? Yeah. So let's click on here and we'll add entity framework core namespace. And after that, here we can add auth db context, and here we can choose options. Okay. And colon base. In that you can choose options. Okay. That's what you can do. So your context class job is done. Okay. Now for our context class, I want to start adding the connection string. I want to add a connection string for it. So for that purpose, I'm going to go for app setting. App setting is a .json file is a place where we are going to write connection string. Previously, we used to write connection string in a web config file, but now here we have changed in MVC core to this JSON file, app setting.json file. So here I'm going to press enter and I'm going to give like SQL con, and then I will say here. So what I need to give it here? Now I need to give here simple thing, that is data source. Okay. Initial catalog and integrated security equal to 2. So that's what you're going to say. Okay. So data source I can copy from this server explorer. I can click on this. Okay. And when I click on this, it is going to give me this server. So I can rename this, and from here to here, I can copy it. Copy this, and I will paste it. So after this, catalog is database, my auth db core. So this is what I have given as our database name. Integrated security true. What the next we have it. So done with our connection string, right? Now after that, we are going to go for one more class will create it, that is our register class, because we want to implement registration form, right? So just go for register. Okay. So in register class, you are going to add some property. So let's give that property name as string email ID, which we can give it. Okay. So copy paste 3 times you do it, and you can just change it to password and confirm password. You change it. Okay. Confirm password. You can change it. Now this is required field attribute which we wanted. Okay. And we are going to take the system dot component model dot data annotation. And I want one more validation that this one should take accept only data types, which is email address only. So validation should happen for me. I want to make sure that. Or this is also like the validation also I'm going to put it for password. So that's what I want to put it. And I can change from email address to password. And for a confirm password, what I want to do is I just want to have like compare. I will take it, and in that compare, first property through to which I want to compare it, that is password. And if there is a wrong password and confirm password not match, password and confirm password not match, error we should say it. Okay, not match error, password and confirm not matched, error we are just paying it. Okay, so this is done with a registration model. Now after this, you can go to your uh, pages. In that pages, right click you can do for it and create one razor page. In that razor page, you can click on this first item. There you can just choose the name here. You can just write the name here because already razor page is selected. So you can just say here register .cshtml. It's just a simple HTML page. Okay, this is a simple HTML page we have created. Now after creating register.html page, we'll take one div, and in the div we'll have like a class container, and we'll have like form, and that is method post, and we'll have like label, that is email ID. Will take it. Okay, email ID will take it, and here ASP for I will choose model dot. So basically I want to use the model for this particular page. Okay, so first of all you need to add the model in your page model, means the backend page of this. Okay, this is similar like ASP.NET. We have a backend page, right? ASPX.cs like that. So here first of all you need to define the model. So we have a register, and then we can use the model here. So this model name I'm going to use in my view page. In the view page, I'm going to take this. Okay, control dot, you do it. And this model you're seeing, right? So this model, I'm going to bind the property with our UI page. So this is how you need to take it. Now this model you can pick up, and now you will get IntelliSense support also. Previously we didn't got, right? Now you just see here, if you write here dot, now as you binding the property, right, with the bind property, you will bind the property with your register model to this UI page. So email ID you have taken it. Okay. Now even I will take one div. There I can say like some class. This is called MD like 4. I will take it one bootstrap class, and I will just say Control X. I will paste this one. Okay. Reason for pasting this one is what? I just want to make separate like email ID and other stuff. So input type text, and we don't require name, other stuff. We can directly replace with ASP. Okay. ASP hyphen. We have like for and equal to model dot email ID. Okay, that's what you need to do it. And obviously the class for this you're going to take the bootstrap class. Okay, so I have taken a lot of time on this UI now, so I just try to do it fast so that we can complete login and registration form things. So even I need to have like one more thing, ASP, like one span I will take it, and the span ASP validation message for model dot email ID. So text class text danger. If any error comes, this is how it's going to come. So now copy paste, copy paste. 3 things we required. Now you just need to change email ID to password, 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 password. Okay, this is confirm password. So here you can change to confirm password, confirm password, and confirm password. Now after this, again you can take it. Don't require all this stuff. This is going to be changed by button type submit. So this is what you're going to take it. Button, we can choose it. Class btn success. Okay, this is saved. Okay, that's it. You did a good job till now. Okay, now we can remove this equal to because we just written wrong here. Fine. Till here we done. Now even I need to go to the startup class, and in that startup class I need to add for the DB context services dot add DB context. DB context, you will have it. This is auth DB. So we are going to take all the DB context because, yeah, this is what we're going to do. So this is there in the models folder. And here you can specify options such that options dot use SQL Server. In that we're going to take it. This is basically present in core. So configuration, and I have a connection string on the app setting. So to read from the app setting, I need to use configuration dot connection string. And what I've given there, if you remembered what we have given there, we have given SQL con, right? So same thing we need to use there. So come here in your startup class, and here you just say SQL con, that's it. Okay. Now after doing all these things, you can just say a semicolon here. And one more thing, you need to take service dot add identity, you need to take it. Okay. And identity user, you can take it. Okay. Just take this. This is for storing our users and roles in our context. So this one we need to take it. Okay. So you can say it's asking us to give users and role, right? So control dot in identity namespace will have an identity user, so that you need to add it above. You can see this, I had it here, my identity. Now after that, identity role I need to take it, and then you can say I want to store in entity framework, store that auth db context, like that you need to mention it. Okay, very simple. Okay, see, if you hover it on the entity framework store itself, it will tell you that what you need to specify. So that's what we don't need to remember it. And make sure that before authorization you're implementing authentication, right? So you paste this one and just change use authentication. Okay, fine. Now after doing all these things, we need to go for migration commands. We need to put it. And before migration commands, we go ahead. I want to create in register.html class one post method I want to create it. Okay. So public task I action result class interface, and capital O on capital P post async method I'm going to take it. This is going to be performing async, so don't forget to take async from here. Okay, now after this, what you're going to do? What is your next task? So you have taken on post async, right? So next you're going to do if model state not or equal to or is valid, you check it otherwise. Okay, then if it is valid, then go for creating some user. So that user will coming from identity. Okay, so identity user. Okay, now here control dot again identity, and again you can write semicolon, email or username, you can take it. Username is model dot email id is username, comma. So we can go for copy and paste, and here we can have email ID. Okay, email we have it. So after this, all this user information we need to store it. So I'm going to take like one await, and I'm going to say like I need to take some classes like in my constructor. So my constructor name is register model. So CTOR if I write it, that's enough, right? So there I can have like uh, user manager. This basically I'm using it for creating user. So this is identity user. For that I'm going to take it. So space we can take it, comma. Okay. So same thing you can copy it and you can paste here. Okay. So let's have like some uh, private. Okay, read only we will use for this. Okay, so this is, we can come here or we can paste comma, we can paste here. So this time instead of user manager we will take signing, because for a signing purpose, signing after login automatically I should navigate to the login page. Okay, that's what I want to do it. So you can take signing manager. Okay, now this is also, you can copy it and you can paste it here. There's two things you can copy from here and paste it here like this. Simple, very simple. Okay, this is very simple. Now after this, now we are going to use await, and we are going to use user manager dot create async method, and this is going to ask us user what we have given there and password. Password is coming from model dot password. Then we can close this. The user is going to be created, and we can check where some result. We are going to take it, and if the user is created, so in the result, or we will get like succeeded. If it is succeeded, the next thing you need to do is you can take await sign in manager dot sign in async. In that you can take the user detail. Like first is asking like user, right? Just take user, comma. Second thing, you want to make it persistent? No, right? So false. You don't stay like you don't want to store, right? So okay. Then other things fine. Okay, that's okay. Two things are enough. And if successfully done, we will navigate to our registration page. So now let me say like return registration or redirect to page, and that page is index page. Index. Okay. Else I can say yeah, and redirect to the page, I will say it. Okay. So now this post is done. We can go for tools. We can save this, all these things. Tools. Go for NuGet package manager, package manager console. And here in this package manager console, you can just say like add hyphen migration and adder user. One migration you can add it. Okay. So make sure that you should, if you have multiple project, select the project correctly. Because now we have only one project, we have selected authentication task. Okay. Now after this, if the build is completed, okay. Now you can see this build is started and succeeded, and we have done this. Now even the add user migration class, some columns have been created for us. Now after this, we can go for update hyphen database. We can go for it. Okay. So the table will be created for us, and that database which we have already seen that in our we have already given, right? So what we have given, let's go and check it in our app setting. We have given with the name of my auth db code, right? So that's what we have given, right? So we can go to the server, and we can go for right click on connection, add connection, and server name we need to paste it. So our server name is Azam PC hyphen or hyphen SQL Express. Okay, you can choose it. Right now, let's see like the database is going to be loaded or not for us. Now we can see this, we got it. All right. Now I have given that database name. So what we have given there, our database name, we have given some. Okay, we'll check it here whether we got it not. So we have like test results and diagnostic. No, we don't know. My something whatever is written. My auth DB code. Yeah, this is what we have taken, right? Yeah. Click OK. If you see this, my auth DB code only we have selected. So that will be selected here. And in that database, table is created or not, we need to check it. So how it's created? It's created automatically for us because we're using code first approach, right? Migration we have taken, right? So all these table are created automatically. And in that, like till now, we don't have any user. So if you see like show table data, we don't have any user till now. Okay. ASPNET users, you can check it. We will not have any users. We don't have any roles. We don't have any claims. Nothing you have it. Okay. Now let's try to run our application. And now first, we will see like how we can implement registration. Okay. So let's wait. So now guys, like we came to this page, authentication task page, and we can go for register here. Okay. In that register page, we'll have like email ID, password, confirm password. Okay. We try to give like some email ID, like something I'm giving it here. Okay. And password, something I will give it as YAW. Like we can change this one or TAR. Okay. ZAN at the rate of 1989. You can write it. Okay. So I can copy this and I can paste this Tarzan at the rate 1 989. So I have taken capital letter one. You need to take it at least one capital letter, one special character, and number. You need to take it. Now save it. If it is saved successfully and that's happened, then it will go to the our index page. But now you can see this, we got some error. So what this error we got it, we need to understand it. Okay. So how like we can understand that what we are got it here. Let's keep a breakpoint here so that we can understand what we got an error. Okay. So that's good. Like you got an error here. So we can go to our register.cshtml page. So this is a page and you have given like post on form method post, and you're going to click here and go to the page model, and we'll keep a breakpoint here. Okay. So that's what it's important for us to keep a breakpoint. And let's see like what happened here, why we are getting this. So let's run this once again. Now we got a registration page once again, guys. And again, I'm going to give like some mail ID, abc@gmail.com. Okay. Let's take like some abc12, and I will take this and I will paste here abc only. I will keep it as a capital letter, and I will keep it here and keep it here. Okay. Now, if I click on save, I will be coming here. And if you see this like user details, I have it. In the user, I'm having all these things, right? And in our password also I have it. But even if you see that, I'm getting an error. This error I'm getting because what I did a mistake is, let me stop here. Okay. So a small mistake which I did, you need to correct it. That is, here you need to initialize to the global variable, that is user manager, with user manager here. Okay. That's we need to give it. And yeah, this dot sign in manager is equal to sign in manager, you need to take it here. Okay. That's what you need to take it, user manager and sign in manager. Okay. Now if you do so, and now you perform this operation, let's try to do once again. So just a small mistake, like we just forgot to initialize local variable with a global variable dependencies, right? So let's wait for a while. Now this time again we'll give some mail ID. Let's say like abc@gmail.com, something I'm taking it, and abc@123 .com I will take it. Okay. And same way I will go for this too also. Okay. That's what I will take it. I will just give some other name also. Okay, that's it. We can go for save. Okay. Now let's go for continue. So now this time again we'll check it whether it's going to make a success or not. So we are waiting for that. Let's see here. Let's see. Yep, it succeeded. See, it's true now, right? Now then we can go and hit our sign in manager. So let's come inside. And after this, it's going to redirect to us to the index page. Okay. So as we have done asynchronous operation, so that's the reason like first after success happened, it went to the index page for us. Okay. So sign in he has done, and then he has went to the index page for us, right? So we are came to the index page successfully. We have done registration process. Okay. Now login process I will show you like in our next video. So I will stop here, guys, and we will see login in our next part of this. Okay, so please see first the registration process, then go for like a login process, then logout process. Okay, so thank you guys, we'll meet again. Please subscribe and like this channel. Thank you.